Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily, the home bookkeeper, and on this channel I help business owners and fellow freelance bookkeepers navigate the ever-changing QuickBooks Online, while also sharing insightful videos on all things business ownership and finance. Welcome back to part 2 on how to add vendors to QuickBooks Online. In my last video, I showed you how to set up vendors manually. Now let's import vendor information from an Excel, CSV, or Google Sheets file. You will also learn how to inactivate a vendor if you're no longer doing business with them. First, make sure your file is in the correct format. You can use Excel, CSV, or Google Sheets files, but it must meet certain requirements. Your file should have a header row that lists the column names such as vendor name, address, and phone number. Each column represents a field that you wish to import into QuickBooks Online, and each subsequent row should contain the vendor information for one vendor. The following fields are available for import, but you may choose to import only a few of them, such as company name, contact name, email address, phone number, mobile phone number, fax number, website, street address, city, state, zip code, country, opening balance date, and their tax identification number. The first row in your spreadsheet should be a label for each column, but the labels don't have to correspond with the exact field names in QuickBooks Online. You'll have the opportunity to map each of your columns to one of the fields listed above during the import process. It's okay if you're missing columns for fields that you don't want to import. To start your import process, navigate to the Vendor Center by clicking on Expenses, and then Vendors in the left-hand side toolbar. Select the drop-down menu next to New Vendor and select Import Vendors. If your vendor list is in an Excel or CSV format, click on the Browse button under the Select a CSV or Excel file to upload. If you're uploading a Google Sheets file, click on the Connect button under Select Google Sheet. In the next screen, you must assign each column in your spreadsheet to the correct QuickBooks Online field. The left column is the QuickBooks Online fields available for import. The right column provides a drop-down box to select the column from your spreadsheet to assign to the corresponding QuickBooks Online field. QuickBooks Online will make a selection automatically if one of your column headers matches the QuickBooks Online field title. However, these are only suggestions, and you can change them as needed. This is where you can perform a final review of the data that will be imported into QuickBooks Online. Be sure to verify that the number of records agrees with the number of rows in your spreadsheet, -1 for the header. If the mapping isn't right, click the Back button to go back and make any necessary changes. You can change any vendor information on this screen if you wish. Deselect any records that you don't want imported. Select Import in the lower right-hand corner once you're ready to proceed. Once the import is complete, you'll receive a message that the import was successful. You can now view the imported vendors in the Vendor Center. You cannot delete a vendor once you have used them in a transaction. For example, once you have created a check to pay a vendor, that vendor cannot be deleted. However, the vendor can be made inactive, so they don't appear in the Vendor Center. Navigate to the Vendor Center by clicking on Expenses, then Vendors in the left-hand side toolbar. Locate the vendor you wish to make inactive, and then click on the vendor's name. Next, click on the small drop-down arrow next to Edit, and then select Make Inactive. QuickBooks Online is the leading small business accounting software, and it makes it super easy to enter a bill when you have vendors set up within the platform. Instead of inputting all of the details of the bill, you can select the vendor from a drop-down list, and many of the fields will be auto-populated. Also, setting up vendors in QuickBooks Online can help you better manage and track your expenses. When you enter transactions for a vendor, QuickBooks will automatically categorize them based on the vendor's default expense account, which can help you keep track of your spending. Additionally, you can run reports showing both the total amount spent and the items purchased from each vendor, helping you manage your cash flow more effectively. For more business resources, my online self-paced home bookkeeper masterclass, business supplies, gadgets, must-haves, and more, check out edjconsultinggroup.com/resources, linked in the description box below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on those bell notifications so you'll never miss an upload. If you have any video or tutorial requests, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you need more assistance, private QuickBooks Online coaching, or bookkeeping and payroll management, feel free to email or visit edjconsultinggroup.com. My firm is fully inclusive and ready to help you along wherever you may be in your entrepreneurship or personal wealth building journey.